and cost of living. With fair wages, we can keep the ones we have and hire more. But we need the provincial government to step up. Because a fair deal for teachers is a good deal for kids. A message from the Alberta Teachers Association.
Great news! Metal Supermarkets now offers convenient welding services for their customers. Simple Weld, steel, stainless, and aluminum welding. TIG, MIG, and stick are all available. TIG, MIG, and stick. Sounds like my old garage band with their kooky nicknames. Yeah, we were huge in Japan, but never really caught on here. Your loss, Edmonton. Metal Supermarkets, your local convenience stores for... and welding. Southside, West End, metalsupermarkets.com.
You haven't set your lineup yet, right? It's Fantasy Frenzy with Halley and Douglas on Sports 1440.
Presented by Wilhauk Beef Jerky, home of Alberta's best beef jerky.
It's 11:01. Good morning. Thank you guys for tuning into Fantasy Frenzy here on Sports 1440, streaming on Facebook, YouTube, X, maybe even Instagram. It is Fantasy Frenzy, brought to you by Wilhauk Beef Jerky, home of Alberta's best beef jerky, online at wilhaukbeefjerky.com. Only available in Leduc. Go pay them a visit. Tell them we sent you, and grab at least a $20 bag. Anything, less than that just wouldn't be enough. You got to go home with a lot because you're going to probably eat a good chunk of it on the way home. And then when you get home, you're going to want to share with the family and the friends. So grab a couple bags and tell them we sent you. Connor Halley, Brandon Douglas, Josh Fenwick, and Sam, the intern, here as well as we take a look at fantasy sports. Of course, Tuesday, we'll look at some potential waiver wire pickups for you. We'll recap Monday Night Football and talk some hockey as well. Lots to get to here on the show. We can take a look at the CFL as well. Jays back in action tonight as they continue their stretch towards the playoffs, trying to stay atop the AL East. The text line, 1-833-401-1440. You can also email us, Connor at sports1440.ca and Brandon at sports1440.ca. Brandon, good morning. How are you doing on this fine Tuesday?
Not very well, Connor.
Oh,
the Chicago Bears ruined my night.
The Bears? You picked the Bears?
I did pick the Bears. I was on the Bears. I took an alternate over that I didn't need to because the real one ended up hitting with the furious comeback. But yeah, the Bears bared it. They bared down and did what we've come to expect as the norm for this franchise and just screw up in dumb mistakes. Everything from the challenge by Ben Johnson, which I thought was a terrible challenge and cost them a timeout that would have proved useful later in the contest. The kickoff after they make it a 3-point game seems pretty straightforward. Kick it out of the end zone. Kick it out of bounds. It doesn't matter. The field positioning is far less important right now than time on the clock, and they don't do that. And then even on what's should have been only the third last play of the game, but ended up as the second last because they botched the snap on the motion across. Also take a penalty in the same time. So it was a absolute brutal ending. I feel for Bears fans. I know they're out there. My buddy Caleb, our friend Zach Lang, excuse me.
Yeah.
They have my sympathy because things are supposed to be different, and you saw flashes of it for Chicago. First drive in particular, maybe. Hey, that's the benefit of having a scripted series of plays for a young quarterback. But after that, it was a bit of a mess for Chicago.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie to you. The second I saw Caleb Williams with that gray long sweater T-shirt thing hanging out, I'm like, oh, man, this guy, I'm a big believer in aura. You got to look clean. J.J. McCarthy looked clean with the ey paint, maybe a little too excessive with it.
But that's like the same type he was wearing at Michigan. Like that.
Who he is.
That gaudy with it.
But Caleb with those, hey, you can pick on him for whatever reason. This obviously has nothing to do with it, Duke, but I've talked about it in the
those
past.
things matter, just like about Justin Herbert dating Madison Beer.
It matters.
These are the intangibles. So where did you stand on all the time of Rodgers' baggy sleeves? Do you have to earn the right to wear that type of terrible look?
Well,
because it looks brutal.
Rodgers counteracts it with that green alien from the Flintstones.
His helmet. It's just like a giant pimple.
The globe.
Ready to pop.
Yeah, he's just got a whole different vibe to him. I think you got to, as a quarterback, if you're gonna do that, like arm sleeve is cool. Maybe you got like the tighter t-shirt coming out of the shoulder pads. Gotta have the tight top part though. It can't be a baggy. That's a tough look in my humble opinion. Even worse when receivers do it. Like Tyreek Hill does that. He backed it up with incredible game for a long time. There is some news on Tyreek Hill this morning. Did you happen to see that?
Yeah, just to kind of towards the end of the morning show, I might because it was out earlier than that, but I must have missed it. Once again accused by his estranged wife of some domestic violence. So I'm doubting this is the last we'll hear of it. You have to think there will be investigations by probably legal authorities and the NFL.
Yeah, no criminal charges right now, but his former wife, Kita Vaccaro, alleges 8 separate incidents of domestic violence. So something to monitor. Obviously more serious than football, but just wanted to throw that one out there as well. Hey, I want to reach out to Josh Fenwick because he's got a mic over there now. Josh, I don't know if I got all the sources where people can watch this show from. Can you confirm for me?
As of right now, you can watch our show on Sports 1440 AM on YouTube, Sports 1440 on Twitter or X, the Everything app.
That's it.
And you can also watch us on Sports 1440 AM on Instagram. You can normally watch us on Sports 1440 AM on Facebook. That being said, it's not working right now, so don't go look into Facebook to watch this.
Thank you for clarifying that. Also, go if you're not, just go give us a subscription. Give us a like. We need it.
Like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe. We're over 1,000 subscribers now.
For our egos, we really need it.
Yeah, what do they say? Ring that bell.
Yeah.
So you'll get notified when we go live.
Oh yeah. You can do unsubscribe, none, personalized, or all. Those are your options when you click the bell. I have all on because I want to be notified.
Hit the all option.
Hit the all option. Give us a like. Tell your friends. We appreciate it. Triple Crown says, hey, Connor, weird Bears game last night. Oh, yeah, absolutely. JJ McCarthy, I was, pleasantly surprised with down the stretch. Kind of seemed like at the start of the game, it was like, yeah, let's see what he can do. Kind of feeling it out. Start to throw the ball, which is good to see. Nice throw for Aaron Jones. A little underthrown, but outside where it wasn't going to be intercepted. The throw to Justin Jefferson, great throw, great route. Good for Justin Jefferson owners because, up to that point, there wasn't a whole lot you're probably loving in his game. So good for that portion of the listeners. Hopefully it got you a win. I don't know if you guys saw this one, but at the end of the game, DJ Moore was actually counted with a fumble for, when they're trying to do that stupid lateral play to get back into the game. That very rarely works. But with that, a lot of people ended up losing their matchups because of the fumble. One of them being Waz from Oilers Nation. He actually tweeted us last night, and it was drama. It was like, oh, no, I won. Wait, no, I lost. There was like 5 rulings back and forth on that play. Eventually counted as a fumble. Waz lost his matchup. Duke, in a scenario like that, it's not a true fumble, but on the score sheet it is. Tough way to lose a fantasy football matchup.
Yeah. I there was a stretch and like that's brutal. And it seems like all season long, every week on to the next, there's a new creative way to lose your matchup. That's an interesting one. There was a good point in last night's game in the final few minutes where I was confident I was going to lose both of my respective leagues, each by less than a point. But then thankfully Roma Dunze got one more catch.
Yeah.
So that bumped over in the one league, but then the other. On the Bears' second to last drive, when Caleb Williams essentially airmailed all 3 passes that he threw, one was the kind of screen over to DeAndre Swift on the near sideline. If Swift had caught it, PPR would have ballooned me over. But naturally, the Vikings just pound the rock 3 more times. The Bears, they have to throw it. Nothing happens. I lose by a half point in my dynasty league. Pretty, like Jefferson obviously scored the touchdown, but otherwise not super involved in the game. And this is with a Chicago defense that was missing their top DB.
Yeah.
In Jalen Johnson. He didn't play. So I was a little disappointed in that result, as I'm sure Luther Burden owners were. Anybody that was particularly high on Colston Loveland breaking out in his first game, couple catches, 12 yards, nothing to write home about. I suppose Caleb Williams probably had a pretty decent final stat line. JJ McCarthy was probably, without looking at it in front of me, was probably the top performer fantasy-wise of the night. 2 passing TDs, 1 rushing. Did have the pick, but still.
Whatever. Did the usage for Aaron Jones surprise you at all? Because Mason got the bulk of the carries.
The bulk of the carries, no, I don't think it did, because Mason was running it more effectively when he got in there, as they really struggled to run the ball in the first half of the game. The whole offense looked out of whack for Minnesota. But we still saw Jones involved, right? He had 3 or 4 receptions by the time the game was over, scored the touchdown on the long bomb, and they'd actually had him earlier too. That would have to be in the first quarter of the game, if not the first half, that it was down the other sideline, that it was almost the exact same route, but McCarthy just missed the throw.
Yeah.
So Jones, I think, will still be very used in the passing game, but on a down-to-down basis as running back, might be tougher to justify him as a legitimate starter in your fantasy lineup, because they went out and got Mason, and I'm pretty sure extended him, did they not? For a reason. They obviously like what he brings to the table.
Yeah, absolutely. A little bit more efficient. And I love the play design on the touchdown, getting Jones out of the backfield.
He's
the
like,
wheel route
he
or
could
whatever.
easily play slot receiver. Like, he's that good.
Yeah.
So,
and honestly, like, at first thought, I'm like, okay, that's kind of bad ball placement. Like, it's a little underthrown. But then I thought, okay, it's outside shoulder.
Yeah.
It's a safe spot.
Yeah, keep it away, and get good body control by Jones to kind of fall the other way back into the end zone. So,
yeah. Well, hey, it was a fun game. Now we turn our attention to, who is it? Washington, Green Bay on Thursday?
yeah,
That should be a fun one.
I would think
a
a
good
very
game.
interesting. Are the Commanders actually legit, or do they just beat the Giants?
Yeah, well, that'll be very telling for Giants fans who didn't take that week 1 loss too properly.
What did you make of the Giants, like Dable coming out yesterday and confirming that Russ Wilson, still going to be the team's starting quarterback?
I mean, it wasn't a good performance by any means. I mean, they only mustered 6 points. But if you ask
Third
me,
straight year, Giants opened the season without a touchdown.
I don't think there's any rush to get Jackson Dart into the lineup. That's just, my humble opinion.
But you have Jameis Winston.
Yeah, and Jameis Winston is a lot of fun to watch, but I don't know how much fun he is to coach, Duke. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but like, does he give you a better chance than Russell Wilson based on that week 1 against what we thought would be an improved Commanders defense, but I still don't think is going to blow anybody away defensively? Like, they made, like, Russell Wilson look terrible. He, like, call a spade a spade, he played very badly. Malik Neighbors essentially quit.
Yeah, he was not happy. But he got back out there. They should trade him
To
I don't know, sunny California team maybe.
Rams, hot Texas.
Hot Texas. Yeah, Texans might want to add another receiver.
I would think so.
I don't think that's going to happen. It's one game, but yeah, I don't mind it. I think the discussion's going to be had sooner than later, but I don't know. I just think Russ Winston, just not Jackson Dart. If it's Winston, I'd be okay with it, but Dart,
yeah, I do think that Jackson Dart's debut will probably come in, I don't know, we're talking somewhere between weeks 5 and 8, approaching mid-season. But in the meantime, if you're okay with losing, roll Russell Wilson back out there again. Because how can you say he gives you the best chance to win after what you saw first week?
Well, maybe they just don't have a chance
Maybe
to win.
Jameis is really looking that bad in practice.
We got some text here on the YouTube chat. Lance says, hey guys, is taking the Cowboys in week 2 in the survivor pool an odd play? It is against the Giants. I don't think it's too odd. I thought the Cowboys, kind of held their own against the Eagles for the most part. It's not the most safe pick, in my opinion. I'm kind of leaning Baltimore this week. And I know you're using a good team early on, but for me, just being happy to get out of week 1 for the first time in the Fantasy Frenzy Survivor pool.
Everybody did.
I'm living on borrowed time here or whatever. I can just, I'm happy. So they're hosting the Browns. I think the Ravens are a safe pick to get you into week 3. I would assume that'll be a very popular pick unless people want to save the Ravens for later on in the season, Duke.
Yeah, I'm probably going to get a little too creative. I know I will.
Chargers, Raiders.
Ooh, yeah, I like that pick.
Sorry, Lance. Not trying to fire you up or anything like that. It'll be a fun game.
I'm just pulling up the full slate here to maybe make an assessment. Jags, Bengals, Giants, Cowboys, Bears, Lions, Rams, Titans. I might like the Rams there. The Titans, good defensively. And I didn't think Cam Ward was bad. Kind of like what I talked about yesterday about Bryce Young. I thought maybe Cam Ward's receivers didn't do him any favors. He looked pretty poised, though, for the most part. Patriots, Dolphins, I'm steering clear of that. Niners could be Mac Jones time. Kittle out several weeks. Purdy, a couple injuries. Bills, Jets, Seahawks, Steelers, Browns, Ravens, Broncos, Colts, Panthers, Cards, Eagles, Chiefs, Falcons, Vikings. Man, all of a sudden that Chargers Monday Nighter is looking pretty enticing.
Hey, I'm just saying, if maybe it would be very Chargers to just, come out there and underperform, but maybe it's a new era and maybe Harbaugh and Herbert will find a way to get the job done. It's going to be a fun one. I can't wait. It's an 8:00 start too. That's right when we put the boy to bed. He should be asleep for like 30 minutes. I can sit down and watch a full Chargers game. That's a win. We got a VR Greg saying the Raiders ruined my pool ticket. Damn. What did they do? Are they supposed to lose? Maybe you got to blame the Patch instead. The Patriots. Nikki Northside. Man, if Mahomes could hit him deep, that Thornton TD would have been the play. Twice he had it and missed. Too much pressure, Nikki Northside. That Chargers pass rush, disrupting things. Mahomes was great in that game. I did not like his little play on Dante Jackson. Did you see that one, dude?
Yeah.
His little, I'm going to hesitate and go out of bounds and then drop the shoulder.
And then try and look like a tough guy.
He's going to get popped this year.
That was, I think, 3 different people sent that to my league's group chat.
Yeah.
Saying like one of these times he's going to get it bad.
That's the equivalent of like, remember when Kenny Pickett did the fake slide?
Yeah.
Quarterbacks take advantage of these rules, man. When then they get hit, they cry wolf. He's going to get popped. Gilly said that, did Josh get Neuralink? Sounds robotic today. Maybe it's just our mic. We'll test it again. Josh, what are your thoughts on the Dustin Wolf contract? As you are a big Calgary Flames fan.
I am ecstatic. For those of you watching the stream, I'm going to throw something up right now. Just the extended graphic. I'm very excited. I also have Dustin Wolf's numbers in front of me here. Yeah, last year, 53 games, 910 save percentage, 3 shutouts as a rookie. First Flames rookie to ever do that. I'm ecstatic. I can't believe it. He's got 29 wins. This is probably the best goaltender the Flames have had since Mika Kiprusoff. So I'm pretty amped up.
What about Jonas Hiller?
Jonas Hooer?
Can you say that?
He said hooer. It's a little bit different. You know what? It is tough to tell right now on the YouTube. It is kind of a small print, and I can't.
Yeah,
read
let me. How do I
you
zoom? How do I double zoom?
Close me and Brandon out of the
How do I
camera
double zoom?
and then go
Probably.
full graphic.
Go
That might
full
be
graphic.
better
Here we
for the
go.
people
You
to
guys ready
see.
for this?
For those watching on YouTube, the handful of you in there, Frank, Lance, and more. I'm watching the YouTube, so mine's a little bit delayed. The text line is 1-833-401-1440. MTR says,
You can also
all right,
watch on X.
or on X.
The everything app.
MTR says, RIP, Kittle owners, including myself in the Fantasy Frenzy League. Yeah, I got him in 2 leagues, except and just not in the Fantasy Frenzy
I
one,
went
so.
for Trey McBride over George Kittle.
Oh, yeah.
When I had a chance for a tight, I knew I was going to reach for a tight end in the second round in my keeper league, and I opted for McBride. I'm enjoying that right now.
For now. While Kittle's going to come back.
Several weeks.
Yeah. Whatever.
What's the best ability, Connor?
Destructibility. I've got Ty Warren, and I'm going to put my faith in
Hey,
Hunter
he
Henry.
looked good.
Yeah, I'm not.
Very utilized inside that surprisingly potent Colts offense.
I'm not worried about that guy. I'm worried about Hunter Henry in my other league. Lance says, screw it. I'm going full Cowboys. Follow your gut. And then Swerve on YouTube says, boo Flames. This is the way to do it. Full-size graphic. You can actually read it. Let's take a break. When we come back, I got to bring this up. Our intern had a pizza pop, and he told us that he cooks it at home in a different way. We'll talk about that and more coming up next on Fantasy Frenzy. Here on Sports 1440, streaming on Sports 1440 YouTube, X, not Facebook, but Instagram. Brought to you by Wilhock Beef Jerky.
I'm Colin Livingston, president of Cantor, proudly delivering world-class hydraulic torque wrenches in Canada since 2016. I'm thrilled to announce our in-house production of tool components and accessories for faster turnarounds and enhanced versatility. The future is here at Cantor.com.
Actions speak louder than words. Japa Machinery Group puts your construction plan into action with XCMG construction machinery you need. Available for rental or sale. Learn more at japamachinery.com.
While the players gear up for the new season, make sure you gear up your snack game with Will Hawk Beef Jerky.
Okay, this jumbo bag of beef jerky should last the preseason.
Whoa. Will Hawk has more than just beef jerky. There's smoked sausage and pepperoni products, too.
Well, how about we have jerky for Eastern opponents and pepperoni sticks when we face the Western teams?
Now that sounds like a Will Hockey game plan.
Will Hawk Beef Jerky, because you don't win games with salad. Only available in Leduc.
At Fountain Tire, get up to 25% off select tires, up to $125 off a set of 4 select Goodyear tires, and $50 off $150 service until October 18th. Restrictions apply. Book today. Fountain Tire. We're on this road together, Canada.
And now Action Electrical's testing team is on defense duty. They're the guardians of safety and compliance, a critical part of any lineup.
Precisely. They perform rigorous safety and code compliance testing for commercial operations. Think of them as the referees, ensuring everything is up to standard before disaster strikes.
Their preventative plays are legendary, spotting faults early. Hire the Action Electrical team to bring home a win for your project. Visit actionelectrical.net.
A huge thank you for making Sports 1440 the most listened to sports radio station in Edmonton. From Gregor to Carius to Low Tide, we've got in-depth analysis on all your favorite sports. We are Sports 1440.
I'm Rick Showers from No Bull RV, and I want to explain how our operation works. You see, over at the new RV store, they take orders and try to sell them all by camping season, and sometimes they sell out early. Sometimes they're stuck with a few that just won't move, and maybe they take a couple of used ones on trade. At No Bull, it's a whole different ballgame.
You have inventory arriving all the time, right, Rick?
That's right, Bob. The RVs at No Bull are here on consignment. Folks choose to sell their RVs with us because the customers are already here.
And you specialize in used RVs.
Better believe it, Bob. The new RV stores are not that interested in used models. And nobody in Alberta has more quality used RVs than we do, not by a long shot. So if you want to sell yours fast, come to where the buyers are. And that's here.
And that's No Bull.
NobleRV.ca.
Who should start? Who needs to hit the bench? Find out with Fantasy Frenzy with Halley and Douglas. This is Sports 1440.
Presented by Will Hawk Beef Jerky, home of Alberta's best beef jerky.
It's 11:22. Welcome back to Fantasy Frenzy here on Sports 1440, streaming on Sports 1440's YouTube, X, and Instagram. Fantasy Frenzy brought to you by Will Hawk Beef Jerky, home of Alberta's best beef jerky. Check them out online at willhawkbeefjerky.com. Connor Halley, Brandon Douglas, and Josh Fenwick with you here from the Sports 1440 studios in West Edmonton Mall. Text line 1-833-401-1440. You can also get in on the YouTube chat. When you're over there, hit that like button as well. A couple texts before we get to my question for you guys. Nikki Northside says, Kyle Pitts looking like he's back. Yeah. You know what? 7 catches, 59 yards. Probably should have had a touchdown. He ran one heck of a route in the red zone. Was wide open. Had a little spin move in there. I think Penix ran it in for the touchdown, but Pitts was there. I mean, about time. Kyle Pitts is still just 24 years old. Like, he'll turn 25 in a month. But it feels like he's been in the league for a decade, letting fantasy owners down. But there's still plenty of time. Plenty of upside for this guy. And we had another one coming in here from Bud Baker says, hey, boys. My friends and I started a fantasy dynasty league this year, and Quentin Johnston seems like the only decent young guy left on waivers. We have 200 fab. How much of my fab should I use to try to claim him? I don't think I'll make many moves this year. I was thinking 191. Thoughts? Well, you've probably heard Duke's reaction.
Seems
there.
a little steep.
I mean,
191.
I am a huge Quentin Johnston supporter. Herbert does trust him. That's the good side. And then I think the Chargers offense does realize how they have to use him. Less of a vertical threat, more.
Let Trey Harris be your vertical threat.
Trey Harris, even Ladd McConkey will go get it. Get the ball.
Make it easy on Quentin Johnston.
Get the ball in QJ's hands, and better things will happen. I don't mind. I like the idea of picking him up, bud. I don't know about using all of your money. If you don't plan on making any more moves, then whatever. Like, I don't think you get to take it with you. So,
but like, do you honestly, sincerely think, Connor, that is how much he needs to spend to win him on waivers?
He's on pace for 34 touchdowns, dude.
It's unprecedented.
Do you understand what he's doing? He should have had 3 in the game, to be honest with
yes,
you.
he absolutely should have.
That's QJ. He'll catch one, he'll drop one.
I think a bid of like $30 will easily win him on waivers.
And then you could, even if you want to go crazy, make it up to 50. But I don't know the pulse of this league, Duke.
That's true. We are in the dark on that front. But I'm trying to think of what was the most I've ever seen anybody spend on waivers on a player in our league. And I think it might be me when Nick Chubb broke his leg in 9 different places. And I went and grabbed Jerome Ford to try and save my season. I think I believe we have like $100 fab budget. I think I probably spent 60.
Yeah. I remember you put in a big bid.
Yeah. I think we talked about it on this program.
Had to. It's fantasy football, baby.
Yeah.
Now,
tough opening week.
I do want to get to some waiver wire options we like, Duke. But first, we have our new intern, Sam. So far, so good with Sam. One of the things I've noticed about Sam is every day at about 10:58 as I'm walking into the studio, he goes out and heats up his pizza pops in the air fryer. So I asked Sam, like, what's your go-to way? Microwave, air fryer. And he says, when I'm here, air fryer. But at home, barbecue. And I don't think I've ever seen anyone barbecue pizza pops. But I know, like, everyone in their life has had a pizza pop. Like, pretty clutch snack at times. We have a few other people in this building, Duke, that are big fans.
Yes.
Shout out to Dale, our producer.
Yeah.
We even brought you and I pizza pops once as a treat. So I just want to ask the people out there, when it comes to pizza pops, like, I've only been a microwave person. The air fryer seems like a good idea. The barbecue seems like a step too far. What is the best way to do a pizza pop, in your opinion, Mr. Brandon Douglas?
The air fryer that I got earlier this year, Boxing Day, matter of fact, it has changed a lot of things for me. Most top of the list for sure is reheating pizza. Like, that's a game changer. It's faster for cooking other, like, frozen goods. Maybe just throwing some chicken tenders in, whatever miscellaneous things out of the freezer. For no reason other than it takes 2 minutes to heat up as opposed to 10 to 15. Heating up a barbecue to cook pizza pops is absolutely preposterous. That the expression, and I overuse it, I know I do, the juice ain't worth the squeeze, could not be better applied than to this exact scenario. They're pizza pops. Air fryer, yeah, that's fine. They obviously take a little bit longer. But if you really think that makes it worth it, there's no way the barbecue makes it worth it. Pizza pops are just perfectly fine in the microwave. Minute 05 on each side. Enjoy them. Take that first bite without trying to burn your mouth, but then set them back down and let that inside breathe a little bit to let some heat escape. That's the veteran move. That's the play. I like them as much as the next guy, but they're just fine in the microwave.
You know, I would think if you fork it a couple times after you take it out of the microwave, some of that heat will release. You might not burn your mouth quite as bad. I've never done that. It actually just came to me now. So just yes or no. Is that theory the same for hot dogs? Where you could just microwave it?
No.
Or boil it?
Could you? Yeah. Boilies are all right.
But you'll barbecue it because the juice is worth the squeeze.
For a hot dog, yeah, I think so. Currently, I'll be honest, I don't have a barbecue at my current place. I used to just pan fry them, just throw them in there, get a little sear on each side. That's better than a boilie, in my opinion. But now I put the hot dogs in the air fryer. Just stick them in there for a few minutes, roll them around a little bit to change sides, drop them into your fully dressed bun. I think air fryer is fine for hot dogs. Other things, burgers, I've tried to do in the air fryer. No, it's got to be on the barbecue. I know a lot of people are big on the pan fried steaks and things of that nature. No, I love a barbecue. If I had one, I would definitely put it to use, but not for pizza pops.
Lance says, hi, Sam. I never considered the barbecue, to be honest. Could be a game changer. I wonder if I can do it on the Blackstone. Triple Crown says, barbecue pops, no thanks. And then Brandon says, love the fork play. Yeah, I mean, it's Could be a way you change it just a little bit. So Nikki Northside says pizza pockets the only way to go. I guess if you're a McCain guy versus a Pillsbury guy, then that's a fair route. I'm both good. After you flip the pizza pops, throw a slice of cheese on for the last minute. Trust me, from Deanocracy. This guy who knows what he's doing. Phil says best thing to do with pizza pops. Leave them at the grocery store. Buy something healthy and cook it.
What's not healthy about them? There's meat, nice breading, the
Dairy?
the pocket part, cheese. You get your dairy. Listen, I fully understand that people like turn their nose up at pizza pops, and to those people, I say kick rocks. Like you think you're that much better than you get home from your 10 o'clock beer league hockey game. You just need a quick bite. Throw a couple of those in the microwaves for a few minutes. That's a perfect bedtime snack.
Pillman says, boys, we used to see them over a fire while camping. Best ever. Yeah,
Yeah,
been
but
there
that's
for
because
sure.
of necessity.
Yeah, it's good though. CJADM says, nope. Insanity to do on the barbecue. Levi says for pizza pops, you microwave them, then toaster. Get the nice crust.
What if they break apart though, and now you've just got
No.
pizza pop juices all inside your bottom of your toaster?
That goes from eating to dining when you put it in the toaster. That is cuisine. MTR says wings in the air fryer, amazing. Yeah, that's a known fact. Northside Adam, best ways to microwave, but there's a second way also. Take your sandwich maker that you use when you go camping, you know, the ones that clamp down with two handles, put your pizza pop in there and throw it into the fire for about 5 minutes. Into the fire? Or just like cook it for 5 minutes?
Into the fire and flame?
I like it. Hey guys, you might want to fact check this, but I heard each hot dog we eat takes 21 minutes off your life.
Worth it.
But what if you go for like a run after? Could you get some of those minutes back? Things I don't know.
Yeah, you know what else takes time off your life? Being in the
Everything?
sun. Like living. Guess what? It's finite. Enjoy it. Do what you want. I like pizza pops.
Paul Sin says Canada versus Wales soccer starting soon. Yeah, we'll have to probably throw that up.
Oh,
on the tube
yeah.
Here. Football questions. This segment, and let us know. We'll keep talking pizza pops if you want. Brought to you by Elks Nation. The site is up. Go check it out. Great articles from Declan Kruger and Gregor. And then you can also hear the podcast twice a week with Declan and Eddie Steele. The most in-depth W football coverage you're going to get out there on YouTube or wherever you get your podcast from. Greg says, hey guys, would you start Mahomes or Herbert at quarterback this week? Who did the Chiefs play? I like
The
Herbert.
Eagles.
Ooh, yeah, I'm
definitely playing Justin
playing
Herbert
Herbert.
for sure. And after last night, I'm probably starting him over Caleb Williams as my option in my other league too. And Caleb Williams had a fine fantasy night.
But Herbert on
But
Monday
Justin
night,
Herbert might be him.
that could be a fun watch too. 8 o'clock to wrap up the week. Maybe you're only down by like 7 points, and then all of a sudden, bam, you're on top. Mark says, fantasy waiver wire. I'm a George Kittle owner. Who should I target on waivers and how much fab should I bid? I only have $100. You think Fannin Jr. is for real? Caveat, it's the Brown. Same for Juwan Johnson in New Orleans or Strange in Jacksonville.
I think either Strange or Fannin Jr. are good options on the waiver wire.
I kind of like Strange. They obviously moved on from Evan Ingram for a reason. Strange could be the guy. I like all those options. I guess the only problem is that the quarterback situations are an issue. Juwan Johnson's a talent, but playing in New Orleans, I don't necessarily love the offense. Chris Olave is getting crushed out there. I feel bad for that guy, man. I saw a compilation of his hits that he takes, the hospital balls.
I don't know how he's still in the league.
He needs to just get out of there as soon as possible. But St. Albert Market via Seattle or in Seattle via Florida. Mr. Worldwide. Yeah, I like Strange or Fannin Jr. I know Duke's high on Fannin Jr. as well. So
And
how much?
Because how much? Like, I mean, hey, if you're a Kittle guy, you need something here. And I don't know if I'd be necessarily looking at either of the San Francisco replacements because there is 2 of them. That might be kind of split duty. I don't know. I think I'd pretty comfortably be spending 25 of my $100 budget.
Yeah.
You need a tight end. His injury is not 1 week.
Yeah, going to be multiple months. So, yeah, I think you got to land one of them, right? Those are some good options. More text rolling in here. Mahomes or Fields?
Ooh.
I really like Justin Fields as a fantasy quarterback. His ability to run. I mean, there's a few years ago he had 1,000 yards.
And
rushing,
that
right?
Bills defense has shown us they still can't stop the run.
Yeah.
Jets are at home. Breece Hall really impressed me in week 1, 107 yards on the ground. I would expect that tandem act. We saw what Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry did to them. Now, are Justin Fields and Breece Hall Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry? No. But there are some comps, particularly with Fields. So I actually, it's crazy to say, but I think I do like Fields in that of those two options.
MTR said, settle down. It's only multiple weeks, not months. Well, how many weeks is it? 3 to 5? If it's 5, technically that's multiple months, right? I stand by what I said. Maybe I'm hyping up the fear a little bit. I'm fear mongering because I have him in 2 leagues. 2/3 of my leagues I have him, and I'm worried about it. But hopefully he comes back soon. MTR, thank you for the clarification. Jimmy says that hot dog comment was ridiculous. Dukes or the 21 minutes thing? How can we tell? Oh, this guy had 70,000 hot dogs in his life. Had he not done that, he would have lived whatever the number is longer. Like, there's no way to know.
So, yeah, every street you cross takes X amount of minutes off your life because the one person they were keeping track of got hit by a bus.
Really? I mean, and like, what counteracts it? What if I run marathons, but every day I eat a hot dog for breakfast? You know, that's my tradition. There's no way we'll ever know, really. There's some things you just can't tell from science. Science is a liar sometimes. Jay Warren's Pittsburgh or Javonte Williams from Brian E-Town? I've kind of leaned. Well, man, Jalen Warren was good. I was kind of worried about him with Caleb Johnson.
Caleb Johnson didn't see a ton of action. Is Jaden Blue still expected to be out? Because he did not play in their season opener.
I'm leaning Javonte because he had the success, but I also might wait till Saturday.
Yeah. I would wait for injury clear. If Jaden Blue is playing, I think they're going to get him involved.
Awful lot says, isn't Joey Chestnut already dead then?
Yeah, like that's a good point.
The guy's crushed dogs.
You're already in negative time.
The initial text said we'd have to confirm it. He wasn't saying it's a fact, but yeah, we got some questions. Gretterman Jay says, yep, pizza pops in the toaster for campfires or for campfires is excellent. Man, I'm intrigued by it. I don't think I bought pizza pops in a long time, but I am intrigued. Cooked some bacon in the oven over the weekend. Game changer from Oliver. Oliver Steve? Yeah, I've done that before. It's pretty good. I also had like a bacon wave where you lay the strips over and then you close it up. It's messy, but it does make good bacon. Michelle says, I'm looking for an air fryer. What brand style would you recommend? Well, Michelle, I have a Ninja. It has,
okay. Oh, boy.
It's from Costco. It has 2 compartments, which I think is pretty great. You can do one at one temperature, one at the other temperature, set the times. And, you know, you're doing fries and nuggets or whatever else it might be. It's pretty handy. So I would recommend the Ninja. I guess it depends on how much you're willing to spend. Duke, do you know the make and model of yours?
No.
Yours is a 1 compartment?
Yeah.
That's all you really need.
That's all I need for sure.
But, oh yeah. I mean, the air fryer train has been going for a long time. I think
I was late to it. I recognize that and I'm comfortable admitting it, but it has been a game changer for me.
What's your go-to pizza pop
flavor?
Yeah.
Like the pepperoni bacon.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Is there Hawaiian? There is? Okay.
I'm a big because you get them in bigger boxes. The no-name pizza, because they're not pizza pops, whatever you call them, from like Superstore or in my case, No Frills. I just buy it. You get them in like a 60, and then it lasts me so long because I don't eat them that regularly. But sometimes you're just jonesing for it, and it hits the spot.
So good. It never lets you down. You know what you're gonna get. You're just gonna burn your mouth.
Oh, reliable.
Greater Man Jay says, also sorry for the hot dog comment. My dad told me yesterday as I crushed 5 of them. Well, don't be sorry, Greater Man Jay.
Sounds like your dad is just maybe jealous that he can't have 5 hot dogs.
And you know what I think it was? I think a lot of people got defensive. Like, oh, I ate 12 hot dogs over the weekend. No, we don't trust the science on that one. Pizza Pops, definitely over Pizza Pockets. And then from Cat Dad, then Stulo says Pizza Pockets are superior to Pizza Pops, in my opinion. Yeah, I think it's how you were raised. And then quickly, Darcy says breakfast sausage in the air fryer, our go-to in the morning.
I might have to try that this weekend.
I like that. We'll take a break. When we come back, we got some football stuff. Stanzi, I see your text there. We'll get to that and more. Keep the text rolling in, 1-833-401-1440, or on the YouTube chat. We'll jump in there as well. It is Fantasy Frenzy, brought to you by Will Hawk Beef Jerky here on Sports 1440, streaming on Sports 1440 AM on YouTube.
Ah, Hawaii. The warmth of a golden sunset as the waves roll in. The freshness of a waterfall. The lush scent of tropical flowers in the air. You don't need to travel to enjoy all Hawaii has to offer. You just need to order pizza. Bring Hawaii home with the Aloha Trio, available for a limited time at Papa John's. Try our classic Hawaiian, Super Hawaiian, or Hawaiian barbecue chicken for just $19.99 each. Better ingredients, better pizza. Papa John's, proudly locally owned and operated.
Listen up, because you're not going to want to miss this. Right now is your chance to get in on Play Alberta's biggest offer ever. For a limited time only, new players can get up to a $1,000 casino bonus when they sign up. There's never been a better time to join the fun. Visit playalberta.ca today to get started with casino, sports, and lottery all in one app. Must be 18 plus to play. Remember, if you gamble, use your game sense.
At Fountain Tire, you can save $50 off tire storage with the purchase of 4 select tires now until September 30th at participating locations.
Okay.
Or you could squeeze them into your backseat, possibly causing upholstery damage, drive them home, struggle, sweating buckets trying to get them out of your vehicle, resulting in you feeling guilty for not going to the gym more often, or at all. But at the end of the day, it's your choice. Totally up to you.
Definitely $50 off the tire storage.
You got it. Book your appointment today at fountaintire.com. Fountain Tire. We're on this road together, Canada.
Work never gets done by standing around. You have to put your words into action. And that's exactly what GS Construction does every single day. Our priorities are safety first, quality second, efficiency third. GS Construction works hard. It's true. But first comes the care, the planning, and the people. Underground infrastructure isn't just about machines and trenches and some traffic inconveniences. It's about doing things right. Find out more on what we do. Visit gsconstruction.ca. While the players gear up for the new season, make sure you gear up your snack game with Will Hawk Beef Jerky.
Okay, this jumbo bag of beef jerky should last the preseason.
Whoa. Will Hawk has more than just beef jerky. There's smoked sausage and pepperoni products, too.
Well, how about we have jerky for Eastern opponents and pepperoni sticks when we face the Western teams?
Now that sounds like a Will Hockey game plan.
Will Hawk Beef Jerky. Because you don't win games with salad. Only available in Leduc.
Every weekend, listen right here for live broadcasts of Toronto Blue Jays baseball. Sports 1440, proud to be the home of the Blue Jays.
Diablo Boots sells only Canadian-made work and biker boots made by Canada West. No American or boots made in China, so no tariffs. All of Diablo's boots have replaceable soles and heels for longer life. Sizes 6 to 14 triple E. Buy quality, buy Canadian. And support Canada West and Diablo, the two best names in the boot business. So save on boots by Save On Foods. That's Diablo Boots, 3340 Gateway Boulevard on the east side of Save On Foods. Buy Canadian. They're terrific.
There's something we need to talk about: debt. It's an uncomfortable topic, but the truth is, most of us carry some form of debt, and we are ashamed to talk about it. My name is Parveen Middleton, a licensed insolvency trustee at BDO here in Edmonton. Every day, people struggling with debt come to me for a solution. When you make that call, I'll listen to your story without judgment and will lead you to a debt-free future. Call 1-833-BDO-TALK or visit bdodebt.ca to learn more.
Get the inside scoop for your team on Fantasy Frenzy with Halley and Douglas on Sports 1440.
Presented by Will Hawk Beef Jerky, home of Alberta's best beef jerky.
Welcome back. It is Fantasy Frenzy here on Sports 1440. Also streaming on Sports 1440 AM on YouTube. If you want to do us a solid and you're not driving right now, pull your phone, open up YouTube, search Sports 1440 AM and hit that subscribe button. That would do us a solid. We went up like a couple hundred followers yesterday, subscribers. Maybe we can do a couple hundred more today. That would be really great for us. We would appreciate it. Text line 1-833-401-1440. Fantasy Frenzy brought to you by Wilhauk Beef Jerky, home of Alberta's best beef jerky out in Leduc. Go pay him a visit. Say hello to Trent and say, go Cowboys. Maybe that might actually get you a free sample or something. I'm not guaranteeing it, but anytime you support the Cowboys, we know Trent would like that one. CJ EDM says, Ninja, insanely good. Use mine every day for the air fryer. And then also Brett texting in, do you guys remember Bagel Bites? Those things were fire. I think they still make Bagel Bites, don't they?
They do.
When we used to go houseboating, we'd do like our Costco trip beforehand. And I would tell you, like, the random, like, 2 o'clock person coming up the stairs with a plate full of Bagel Bites was the absolute hero. Like, those are phenomenal. Another snack that will burn your mouth, but worth it for sure. Coming up next year on Sports 1440, it will be the Lowdown with Low Tide. Of course, also streaming. If you've never seen Low Tide on camera, it's a must-do. You must check it out on YouTube. He'll have Donovan Paulson along for the ride as well with Declan Kruger. I'm sure they'll get fired up about something. And then Tuesday, maybe DNB, but I don't know if he's back. We'll have to wait for the official show tweet and lineup from Declan Kruger. Then on the Jason Greger show, of course, we'll have Terry Ryan co-hosting for a couple hours. We'll be joined by Dave McCarthy from Sirius XM, Jason Strudwick. We've got Mark Spector, Tom Brawley from Sirius XM and Fantasy Points will join us to take a look at your fantasy lineups. Cam Tate's 2-minute warning, which is now every day of the week, sans weekends. Monday through Friday at 3:40, you can hear Cam Tate's 2-minute warning on the Jason Greger show. It started on Mondays and Fridays. During the playoffs, we bumped it up to Wednesday. There's been such positive feedback for Tater's 2-minute warning. We want it every day of the week. So tune into 3:40 for that. Of course, overnight, Fox Sports Radio, you got the Jason Smith Show, Ben Mahler, 2 pros and a cup of Joe with our good friend Brady Quinn, Jonas Knox, and LeVar Arrington. And then Kevin Carey is back. So 24/7 Sports Talk Radio here on Sports 1440. I'll go back into the inbox here. Stanzi says, hey guys, who would you start in your 2 flex spots? Jerry Jeudy, Travis Hunter, Keon Coleman, Javonte Williams. Oh, I started Jerry Jeudy this past week. Didn't necessarily love it, but it was okay. I would probably go not Hunter. I don't know if I'm a believer in Travis Hunter yet. It's between Jeudy, Coleman, and Javonte for me. And Javonte will depend on the health of Blue. So right now, Jeudy and Coleman. Duke, what do you think about that one?
What text was this? Sorry.
Stanzi. So it was Jerry Jeudy, Travis Hunter, Keon Coleman, or Javonte Williams?
Yeah.
2 flex spots.
2 flex spots. Jerry Jeudy, Travis Hunter, Javonte Williams, or
Keon Coleman.
Yeah. Okay, I'll go Coleman. Keon Coleman, and then probably Jerry Jeudy. He's got a case of the drops. I didn't love Joe Flacco in week 1. Thought he was okay, but those other ones just a little too unsure. Like Travis Hunter, people were like going off. Like he had 33 yards.
Yeah. And 6 snaps on defense, which gets you 0 fantasy points.
Which got you 0 fantasy points. And also he got like the guy that he was covering caught the ball for first down.
Yeah. And I don't think you get points for tackles. So I don't know if I necessarily go that route.
Not yet.
Not yet. If you have him on your bench, stash him and wait and see. But I don't think I'm starting him yet. Lance says, I rock Bagel Bites once in a while on the YouTube chat. Hey, me too. Well, actually, no, that's a lie. I don't, but I wish I did. Next time I might have to buy some. Mickey Northside says, I'll follow and subscribe for some Wilhauk beef jerky. We can't make that promise. But we can't say it wouldn't happen. So, I mean, leave up to fate and see. Slurpy Sean had said, guillotine. Are the L's pronounced in that word?
Guillotine.
Guillotine. Guillotine.
No. Guillotine.
Guillotine. Okay. My quarterback is Drake May. How much of my 1,000 fab dollars would you spend on Daniels? Talking Jaden. Duke, you said 900.
But Jaden Daniels could very well be QB1 in fantasy football this year.
He could.
Like, if I get it, you're essentially hampering yourself. You're probably not going to be able to make almost any more ads. But will you need to if Jaden Daniels is your new starting quarterback?
Well,
maybe 900 is a little
bye
hot,
week, right?
but I'm talking like you should easily be spending well over half of it. I would say probably 3/4. Like, will 750 win it? It might not. Someone might outbid you.
The thing is, though, if you don't get him, perhaps the next week another guy comes available and you get him for cheap, right?
I would be willing to cash in a lot of fab money to have Jaden Daniels.
I've never done a guillotine, so I don't know.
Neither have I.
It sounds
right hand up, but just based on context here, obviously he became available because his original drafter eliminated. Get him.
Maybe we should start a week 2 guillotine league. Can you start them midway through the season?
Oh, yeah.
I would think that'd be fun. Duke Major League Baseball today.
Mm-hmm.
Jays in action, right? Houston?
Correct.
How are we feeling?
It's a big set. Shane Bieber on the hill. They got Barrios going tomorrow, and then the series wrap-up Gosman. So you got 3 of your best guys going. The Astros are not rolling out their aces at any point in the series. I don't believe Framber Valdez is set to pitch. Yeah, the Astros haven't even announced their starters beyond today yet, actually, as far as I can tell. So it's going to be Garcia today. I think the Jays have 6 series remaining on the year, which includes one 4-game set against Tampa. If they can win 3 of the 6 series, so it's still, obviously we're still talking above 500 overall record, I think that will be enough to win the division. Will it be enough to win the league and get that number 1 seed? Maybe not. You might have to do a little better. But Tigers play the Yankees for starting 3 games today. So they're going to take some games off each other. You might be hoping for a split to keep both of them, Yankees at bay, Tigers within reach. But yeah, it's a big one. Hey, this is a good spot for the Jays. Your starting pitchers are all going well. Hoping your bullpen can sort a few things out, and the bats keep doing what they've been doing all year. Different players stepping up at different times.
Just quickly here from the NHL, the investigation of Kane's LTIR case has been closed. No punishment for the Oilers. So I know some Oilers fans are like, "Oh, when we do it, they get us."
God.
It didn't happen. No punishment for the Oilers with the Evander Kane thing. I do want to quickly mention this because cool situation going on in our city with Sports Central and the bike drive. Until the end of the month, they're doing their 3rd annual bike drive. Sports 1440 proud to partner with them. The goal is to collect 1,000 new or gently used bikes that need minor repairs this month. So the 25 volunteers in the Sports Central bike shop have time to restore them and repair them by spring. So Sports Central donates 350 to 500 bikes every month, deserving kids age 4 through 17, along with a helmet for safety, giving them a sense of freedom and experience. This month, we're looking for donations. So every Saturday, from 10 a.m. to 3, you can make a donation at the Fountain Tire locations in West Edmonton, Londonderry, Atchison, Beaumont, Riverbend, or Bonnie Doon Shopping Center, as well as United Sport and Cycle. For all the information, sports1440.ca, and go check it out because this is a really cool cause. Any questions, you can text us 1-833-401-1440, and we can pass along that information. A few more texts. Shay from Hamilton says, "Hey, boys, just seeing Noah Gregor signed a PTO with the Panthers. Wondering what Gregor's take on this will be. All the best to him in the Sunshine State. Save it for when his team faces the Oilers." Yeah, I guess Gregor broke that news. And the first comment was, source? That's the way it always goes. Stulo, does Wilhock have a mascot? I would like to offer my services and they can pay me in jerky. Yeah, I mean, we could see. I mean, they get a costume and go to events. You get a little bag of beef jerky each time. Win-win situation. Rob told us bagel bites are on for $1.50 a box at Superstore.
Till Wednesday.
Today's Tuesday.
Get them while they're hot.
I'm gonna have to make a quick little trip in there and grab a couple. I think I like them. Like, microwave is good, but then I also would do them in the toaster oven years ago just to give them that crisp on top. I think that's the way for me. Don't want that mush. I want them to be a little bit crispy. Also, news and notes in case you missed it. Flames signing goaltender Dustin Wolf, 7-year extension, $52.5 million. Nick Arbuckle taking first-team reps at Argos practice. And, of course, the Argos and Alex meeting soon. And how about this? Did you see Sidney Crosby? When asked about the speculation from him to the Montreal Canadiens, his response, I get it. Do you think, I know you guys was it Josh Ohe on this morning with Carius?
Yes.
I enjoyed the conversation. Seeing Sid, like Brad Marchand with the Panthers was weird. There's always those weird when those lifers go to other teams for stints. I'm glad Marchand stuck around there, so it's not going to be too crazy. But Sid would be the ultimate. Seeing Sidney Crosby in a different jersey for me, a guy his age, it would just be so wild. Ray Bourque with the Avs was weird, but he won a cup, so that was kind of cool. Jarome Iginla, the first time he was traded.
But then he played for several more clubs.
Kings, Panthers, Bruins.
Panthers?
Penguins. Penguins?
Yeah. Bruins, Penguins, Kings, Avs.
Legend. Ryan Smith went on a little tour there. Anywho, that's going to do it for us here on Fantasy Frenzy. Thank you guys for tuning in today. Do appreciate it. If you're watching on YouTube, please hit that like button. Let's try to get double digits on the YouTube like button. Keep it locked there on that channel because up next, it is the Lowdown with Lowtide. Of course, he'll be streaming there. Also on X and Instagram and on Sports 1440's radio waves. For Brandon Douglas and Josh Fenwick and Sam the intern, I'm Connor Halley. Thank you guys for tuning in. Let's get to a Sports 1440 update brought to you by Will Hawk Beef Jerky, home of Alberta's best beef jerky, online at willhawkbeefjerky.com. Only available in Leduc.
This is a Sports 1440 update.
In case you missed it earlier this morning, Calgary Flames extending goaltender Dustin Wolf on a 7-year deal carrying a total value of $52.5 million. Wolf, 29 wins last season and was the runner-up for the Calder Trophy. Out of Florida, our own Jason Gregor reporting that Noah Gregor signing on with the Panthers on a PTO for the upcoming season. And full slate of games in the majors today, including the Blue Jays opening a set at home against the Houston Astros. Shane Bieber on the hill, first pitch coming just after 5 o'clock. Elsewhere, Royals taking on the Guardians. Phillies host the Mets. Tigers and Yankees open a set from the Bronx. Rays are on the south side of Chicago against the White Sox. Brewers, Rangers, Red Sox, Athletics, and the nightcap game, LA Dodgers hosting the Colorado Rockies. From the CFL, Montreal Alouettes have activated quarterback McLeod Bethel Thompson from the 6-game injured list. 36-year-old QB last played against the Elks back on August the 8th. Coming up on Sports 1440, it is the Lowdown with Low Tide. I'm Brandon Douglas at your Sports 1440.